You walk through the world, but you don't really look at it because you don't have to deal with the $8 to $10 an hour. You don't have to deal with the obstacles other people face, and now they're out there and they have to face them, and it's a massive amount of people, and they all have the same skills. You know, they have their required skills and abilities, but when you look at employers today, they want them to have some basic school training, or you know, a piece of paper behind them, or more training behind them before they want to take them on. So it's devastating out there what's going on in this region, because it's a massive layoff, and you just don't know what's going to happen. Whether you're from Lear or whether you're from Surf, it doesn't matter where you are. If you actually believe in people can be better, you can move them into alternative opportunities, and that's what it's about, having people that actually believe in better. Each one of us put our hand on the wall and left our mark, that this is our action center and we're one team working together. And we want them to know that this was theirs and it's ours. It's a place for them to consider their second home, and that we want them to leave their mark. And we are a successful action center. We have over 90 people working. We have over 35 people in school, which we have more starting in January. And, you know, we're a successful team, and that's what's important. So it just shows you what you can do when you pull together. We look at it as it's a bad situation, but we got to work together to get someplace else.
I think the Action Center has played a major role in people moving on and adjusting. And you can see what a huge difference an Action Center makes to the worker, because we have people who come in who've slipped through the cracks. You go to your service provider, if you even find out you have one, and you want retraining or you want help, and those places are great, but don't always have the time to give you the personal attention or even to know how you feel. Where an Action Center is communication. They know how you feel. They're your peers. If you're a worker who loses their job and you don't have a center or you don't use a center, you're kind of left out there, like on your own. Like, do you know who to go to make your resume, or how to hook up with a job bank? Like, it could be pretty scary out there without any support.
As long as the individuals need the support, that's how action centers work. You're here to support the individuals, and as soon as you find that your numbers or members have been adjusted back to the labor force or back on track, back into their goals, then you can start winding down. I'm hoping we stay open as long as people need us. I do most of the one-on-one with members that we support from those three companies. So if anyone is interested in getting information about services, or just needs an ear to bend about anything that they're going through, any barriers, or if they need help with the training application for financial assistance, I do a lot of that.
I'm so nervous about today that I'm like...
Oh, but going to the interview? Why are you nervous?
I don't know. Because I want it so bad. Like, I want to work there.
This is the one at Timothy Salon, right?
Yeah.
You will be fine.
Awesome.
So you feel more comfortable with that?
Yeah, totally. I just wanted to kind of quickly look over.
No,
so that
no,
I didn't
it's
miss
perfect.
anything other than
It's
those main
pieces
things,
that
but-
you already knew you were missing. No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Okay.
And I've looked through thousands of them, so, no, you just gotta finish a few little things.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yay. Okay.
That's it. Right now, there's probably the highest number of action centers in the GTA as there has been in many, well, since their inception, since the labor adjustment process, there's a ton. So much so that there are a number of us Durham-related coordinators. Now we've started our own monthly meetings for coordinators.
If I could be any assistance to anyone facing this challenge today, it would be getting into the plant before the layoff occurs. Because when you've got a T4 slip, you've got power. As soon as that layoff notice says you're out of a job, you have no power. If you could go to the bank and say, okay, there's 10 years left on my mortgage, right? You go to the bank and you say, you know what, there's hard times are coming. I need to put my mortgage back to 25 years, lower my payment in half, set my line of credit up, and be prepared for what's going to hit me. Now you're not going to lose your house because now you can afford to live on unemployment, which is only going to be 36 to 40 weeks. It's not very much money. Be prepared, get your finances in order. Then when you lose your job, you're not going to go crazy. You're not going to be desperate. You're going to be able to slide through these times, which is really seriously important. You know, families and everything in the community runs on money, and when that starts to get tight, things get tough. And we're seeing a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of people hurting this year and probably through next year too. I mean, we'll probably come out of this. This is a history cycle, but it's a pretty bad one.
As far as the auto industry, I think it's done for me.